Aakar of House Mokai has a fleet in orbit over Ruapente. His forces have disabled the satellite control stations in orbit and landed on the surface. They're freeing the prisoners there. We must destroy Aakar's fleet, reactivate the stations, and prevent the prisoners from escaping.
There's an enemy fleet holding position between us and Ruapente. They're the bait. There's bound to be another force under cloak in the area, ready to strike. The Mokai figured out how to bypass the defenses of the satellites and disable them. We need to deal with that as well. The Mokai are devious. If I know Aakar, this whole operation is a trap. Be on your guard at all times. We can't say for sure, but we know he's in charge of the operation. He's out there, probably under cloak, like the scheming patak he is. I expect he'll show that hideous face of his when we least expect it, and try to put his blade in our backs.
Once we've dealt with that fleet, we need to reactivate the defense control stations.
Watch out! The defense satellites are targeting us!
This is Aakar. There you'll find death before dishonor.
The enemy is coming. Consider every weapon.
Those Mokai infiltrators are uploading the virus. Stay within 5 kilometers of a station.
The control station Alpha is to destroy the infiltrators to solve that problem permanently. Control station Gamma has been restored.
enemy is on the move. Prisoners commandeered transport vessels and are lifting off from Rua Pinte. We're also reading a force of enemy vessels approaching at high warp.
The Mokai will try to take control of the satellites again. Take out any infiltrators you see. Beam over a security team to capture disabled transports. The transports will rendezvous with the Kittimer once they're under our control. Protect captured transports if you can. The Mokai might try to destroy them to keep their warriors on board out of our hands.
A transport is leaving the surface. The prisoners are trying to escape.
Mokai infiltrators on route to Gamma. Eliminate them at once. Infiltrators approaching Alpha Team. Protected.
Two more transports just broke atmosphere. Don't let them escape.
Infiltrators heading toward Beta and Gamma Station. Take them out!
Picking up 3 more transports on sensor. Stop them.
Mokai infiltrators closing on all stations. Stop them!
Five. I repeat, 5 transports just broke orbit. You know what to do. Get away! Looks like we stopped them. The prison is secure, and the rebels have been stopped. Stand by to assist the security forces on Rua Pinte.
Looks like the Mokai have something to say. I'm getting a hail from Aakar. Patching you in.
I think you'll find my virus is more resilient than you imagined.
Every dilithium hauler in the system just altered course. They're heading for the control stations. Cunning bastard turned them into seeking weapons. Very explosive seeking weapons.
Destroy them, but stay out of their blast radius. Anything within 5 kilometers will regret it. Briefly. Fight well, and if necessary, die well. Comply!
Dilithium haulers in proximity. All stations have dilithium haulers in proximity. Alpha and Gamma stations have dilithium haulers in proximity. Alpha station has dilithium haulers within proximity. Dilithium haulers within proximity.
All ships, withdraw!
Do you have any questions? Yes, I did. I was informed by Starfleet Command that you are eligible for inclusion into Military Assault Command operations, otherwise known as Maco. We are the thin line that separates the Federation from ruination. It is our job to take on the most impossible tasks and make them possible. Special task forces aren't for everyone, but the rewards for those who can complete them are worth the effort. From what I hear, you and your ship are more than up to the task. Completing my missions won't be easy, but I and my officers will do all I can to help you. You will earn the finest weapons and armor that the Omega Quadrant has to offer. You will be able to outfit your ship with equipment that will make you the envy of your fellow officers. Even special personnel or resources will be available to you. Good luck. You're going to need it. Do you have any questions? Task Force operations are special missions designed for teams. Most TFOs require a team of 5 experienced captains. A few require more. Do you have any questions? When the Borg reappeared, it became clear that this was a threat that would require a unified response to defeat. The Federation and the Klingon Empire were at war, but their disagreements would become meaningless if the Borg assimilated them both. I knew something had to be done. With the approval of Starfleet Command, I went to the Klingon High Council to request help fighting the Borg. They rejected me. But the Chancellor had the vision to see that I was not trying to end a war. I was trying to fight a more important one. With Starfleet's Macos and the help of the Honor Guard, we have a chance to stop the Borg before they reach our core worlds. However, we needed a structure to coordinate the campaign against the Collective. One that isn't run by Starfleet or the Klingon Defense Force. Omega Force is that organization. Our only war is against the Collective, the Iconians, or anyone else who poses a danger to the Quadrant as a whole. I lead Omega Force. I report directly to the Klingon Chancellor and the President of the Federation. We coordinate with Starfleet and the KDF, but are controlled by neither. Together, we will save both our empires. Do you have any questions? Military Assault Command Operations is a group of high-ranking Starfleet officers detached for special tasks to deal with major threats to the Federation. The Borg, the Undine, perhaps the Iconians. Only time will tell. From what I understand, the first Mako were used by Earth in the days before the Federation, while there have always been assault troops attached to Starfleet, such as the officers who served with distinction on AR-558 during the Dominion War. For most of Starfleet's existence, the mission of exploration has taken precedence. Exploration is still Starfleet's primary function. We are here for when that exploration brings us into contact with a challenge that diplomacy cannot answer. Do you have any questions? The Honor Guard, are high-ranking KDF officers commissioned by the Chancellor to defend the Empire against the most dire of threats. The Borg, the Undine, perhaps the Iconians. Only time will tell. Every member of the Honor Guard is a hero of the Empire. These mighty warriors will stand against anything the universe has to offer and be undefeated. I am honored to fight at their side. Do you have any questions?
Hello. How can I help you today? Complete task force operations to gain marks as a measure of distinction for your performance. You can use these marks to complete projects that will improve your reputation or allow access to special resources. Is there anything else you need? You can claim special gear from operational groups by completing an associated project. If you want to claim a special Omega Force weapon, for example, you'll need to file a project to claim that weapon with Omega Force. When you've committed sufficient time and resources, Omega Force will provide you with the weapon. Is there anything else you need?
What can I get for you?
Come right now. Don't walk. Run.
So this is the warrior that old Martok rattles on about? I expected a giant after all his tales.